Alright guys, Kremp again today. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. With big rumours last night that Los Angeles Thieves are indeed forming the super team, there has been some questions raised as to whether OpTic or FaZe needed to step in to prevent this from happening, allowing Scrappy, allowing HyDra to team up on that Thieves roster to potentially take down FaZe and OpTic next year is a big question mark indeed. Karma though comments on Pred as a player and basically as a unit under his own coaching style now, effectively saying that this guy is a sponge when he wants to be and has been massively impressive with especially what Pred was able to pull off towards the end of the season. There was some that would say, given HyDra might have been available, should they have dropped Pred for HyDra? OpTic, I'm sure, certainly do not believe that should be the case. Very much interested to your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always, I greatly appreciate it. Scump was at some 1v1s yesterday, and I also wanted to mention this, right, because Scump is going to be playing in that, of course, Legacy OpTic match between the old guard of the Dynasty and the new guard, and we'll get into that slightly more in a second. I just quickly wanted to note as well, though, that Mikado and Hotel are now in custom games in Modern Warfare 3. So, of course, maps in Modern Warfare 2 that were pretty good. I mean, Mikado I didn't massively like. Hotel was genuinely great, in my opinion. Like, I really enjoyed Hotel. The funny thing about Hotel, of course, is it literally was a copy and paste of a real-life location. The Conservatorium Hotel, I think, in Amsterdam, it was, like, ripped from it, and obviously that hotel wasn't very happy. There was people in a video game gunning each other down in their hotel lobby, but, you know, and the same thing happened for the Singapore Grand Prix, kind of, what was it called, like, Crown Raceway or whatever, that they did over there. Classic Infinity Ward, obviously, as we talked about at the time, but Hotel was a damn good map, and Mikado was pretty good too. 7.5 points, I don't know about that, but, you know, the map layout, pretty good. Unfortunately for me, it didn't play as well as it could have done in Modern Warfare 2. I think there is some questions, really, on how in Modern Warfare 3, with 150 HP, with Dead Silence, with just the superior game that Modern Warfare 3 was, how these maps would play in this title, or the title we've played for the last year. Are these maps as good as 6 stars, good as Vista, good as Rio? Probably not in my mind. Maybe Hotel is. But, you know, I think, honestly, over the course of the season, it's not bad the way that the season went in terms of the maps that we had. Sledgehammer did a pretty damn good job bringing new maps into the play. But I just wonder whether we're ever going to see Mikado or Hotel, certainly Hotel, ever again in competitive play. It might be one of those maps they decide to bring back at some point into the future. But speaking of this OpTic Legacy match, of course, we've still got some debate on what game these guys are actually going to play on. The point that I was going to make was that I can almost guarantee whatever game they play, Scump is going to drop a 1.2. Like, I'm putting money on it now, because that's always how it goes. In these, like, legacy games or whatever, when, like, Scump still has it, like, to a level that is still kind of astonishing to me. Karma is also true, but in all of these Black Ops 2 throwbacks and whatever, Scump is always the best player in the server. It doesn't matter who you put on the other side of the stage. He is, like, such a competitor at heart. He, like, cannot try 90%. Like, he's always going hard, and I think even, you know, it doesn't matter if the OpTic Texas boys are on the other side of the stage, Scump's still going to be dropping numbers, I'm sure, especially if it's one of the older titles, which is probably what they're going to do. So, you know, Shotzzy actually quote tweets this and says, any Black Ops or any COD, we're going to run them up, or like, we're going to run them type thing. So, you know, that's, you know, they're just building the hype, aren't they? But interesting that he mentions any Black Ops, just because it's Black Ops 6 coming out. So it is plausible they run it on a Black Ops game of some sort. I mean, Black Ops 1 is probably a bit too long ago, but anything, and probably Black Ops 2 they wouldn't do just because, you know, Hitch usually runs the throwback. I don't know if that's happening this year, but I mean, maybe it will, I don't know. But still, we've played lots of Black Ops 2 over the last few years. The game we haven't played much over the last few years, obviously, Black Ops 3, and maybe it's about time we bring that back. Did see a tweet from Dashy actually about this today as well, where, well, Dashy tweeted out, because he's been playing some Black Ops 3.8, I think. Black Ops 3 is by far the best COD ever released, it's not even funny. So, you guys knew in the replies, like, I had to throw this one straight in the video, because, yeah, I mean, look, people know, it's absolutely no surprise in my mind, and maybe Dashy is getting ready for the OpTic Legacy match on Black Ops 3. I will be, it doesn't matter how late night it is, I will be staying up to watch absolutely every single minute of it if they play this match on Black Ops 3, obviously, and even Drazah, right? I mean, here he is with the boys playing Black Ops 3 Money 8. So, yeah, I wonder what game they're going to decide to go and play, and obviously on some level you might say, well, if you play a jetpack game, you know, the new boys, they're more cracked, right? Like, they're in their prime or whatever, and the old guard, the Dynasty, yeah, they dominated on that particular title, but, you know, are they a bit washed up now or whatever? Well, I don't really think that's true. I actually think that if they played Black Ops 3, this would be a really good fight. So, I think, you know, obviously I'm going to vote for Black Ops 3, aren't I? Like, if the community got to vote on this, like, I know where my money is, but I genuinely think that would be a pretty good battle. Like, anything too much earlier, like, if it was Ghosts, I feel like OpTic Dynasty are just going to smoke them because like these guys barely plays Ghost at all, and especially on the Search and Destroys and Blitz and Domination, like the guys that actually played and won the World Championships and the championships on that game, they would just dominate them. So I think anything Ghost and earlier, the Dynasty, I think, are massively favoured. Anything after that, like Jetpack era and maybe like Black Ops 4, I think it gets a bit more interesting. And obviously the modern games, there's a big kind of favouring for the new guys. Maybe Cold War could be a bit competitive, but everything else I think is probably favouring OpTic Texas. So interested in your thoughts in the comments below as always. But I definitely wanted to dive into the Pred situation, right? Because this guy's been on the World Tour. The World Tour's now at an end, by the way. He's back in Australia for a little while. So I guess he's still on the World Tour, really, because he obviously he's from Australia. He's going to be back in Texas, I'm sure, when the time comes for the start of the new game. And it's good that he's like completely able to step away and relax, because many players don't want to do it or don't feel like they have the luxury to do it or whatever, and Pred is in a position where he can. But a couple of interesting clips. There was some funny stuff happening even from Dashy, right, playing some Black Ops 3 over the last few days. But because of this whole Los Angeles Thieves super team rumor, there has been some discussion on this. I think mainly it was on the Scrappy side, but I think it's also true for HyDra that Scrap and HyDra were not deemed to be available, right? People thought you couldn't really get them. And yes, OpTic just won the World Championship. Yes, FaZe just won the World Cup. They're obviously not going to want to make changes. It's happened before, a team winning champs and making a change. Last year, Subliners, they tried to pack a punch their roster. And there was a good argument to be made that with Los Angeles Thieves trying to form this roster, which according to rumors this morning has now been done. Basically, they've got the deal secured. Maybe the agreement is made. Whether the contract is signed, that's another question, but the agreement is potentially made and it's almost certainly going to happen at this point. So assuming this does happen, it's a pretty damn scary team. Is it going to be better, this roster, than OpTic's team or FaZe's team? I absolutely think, this team should be winning events, if not, at least one event, if not multiple events. I think their battle against FaZe is going to be especially interesting because FaZe could not beat Toronto on LAN last year, and that was a Toronto team on paper far weaker than this iteration of the roster with, Ghosty for Insight and HyDra for CleanX. Those are the changes effectively. So, this team should be better. FaZe struggled against that Toronto roster last year. They're probably going to struggle against this roster. And of course, the OpTic battle against Thieves has always been great when Thieves have a good team. So, this team might be number 1 in the world. It might be number 2, might be number 3, but it's going to be somewhere in there. And therefore, there's been a question that, should OpTic and FaZe have let this happen? Should they have let Scrappy and HyDra team up? Is that like too scary for the league? I don't necessarily think that it is, but there is a point to say, well, if you're FaZe, should you have said, all right, Drazah, it's been fun, but we're getting Scrap because we can, and Scrap will probably join us over this team because it's FaZe. Or the same for OpTic with HyDra, possibly, or even Scrappy to OpTic. I know there was talk about that as well, whether they should ditch Dashy or ditch Kenny or something. I don't think you can do that, but there's an argument to say that, for example, HyDra, Pred is incredibly good, no doubt about it. Is HyDra Pred but a little bit better? Probably, in my opinion. So you can make the argument that, well, bringing in HyDra, like maybe they should have done that or whatever, like they could have done a couple of years ago. I think probably what they've done is the correct decision. The team works. The team literally just won the World Championship. That Pred and Shotzzy can work on an SMG level. There are more questions about culture and about setup with HyDra coming into the roster. So I think they've done the right thing. And, certainly Karma seems to think so. He talks a little bit the other day on the Around the Bar podcast with Hitch about exactly his feelings on Pred, because we know that even earlier in the season, back at like Major 2 time when Pred was laying down all the time, Karma was pretty critical and said this guy's laying down, like he's basically not helping the team or whatever. And clearly progress was made, and it got to the point where, Pred was a sponge to Karma's information.
Dude, AG actually takes things in when he's serious. He sometimes isn't serious. He might be the worst practice player ever. Straight up. And I'm pretty sure he'll say that. A champs who's like, yo Damon, go find some shit for me. Go find, and the champs finals was insane.
You
when we were on ReeaL, I was like, yo, they keep doing this. They only do this. And then I was like, yo, in our first match, AG would hit mid on ReeaL on P2. I was like, yo, next time, the way they're playing, play the pillar and just literally play a dirty offie. And in the match, he was about to hit mid, and I saw him play the pillar, and they both came. He shoots them both in the back. But he actually listened. So yeah, it was worth it.
I know he's gonna come back. He's gonna be like, bro, the pasta in Italy. He's gonna say some shit like, oh, you need to go, bro.
Bro, America is fucking dog shit. Food here is fucking disgusting, bro.
Yeah, nah, but the thing is, he ain't wrong though. Like, I swear he ain't wrong.
You see why America's so fucking obese, bro? Bunch of fat fucks.
Low-key been gone, bro, for a minute. I kind of missed the fucker. Kind of missed this fucker. Yeah.
So it does seem like Karma has a pretty good hang of like what his players need from him, and I think when you're a coach that's been a player at that kind of level for many years, even if like, you know, Karma himself admits he wasn't always getting up on time when he was a player, right? And there were certain maybe flaws or whatever when he was a player, but obviously his career speaks for itself, and I think Karma can understand many of those players because he went through the same thing. And this is always the question really about coaches that haven't been players at that level, is whether they can really understand from like a mentality and like a man management perspective what it takes to be a champion at that level. Karma clearly does and understands how to get the best out of guys like Dashy, how to get the best out of guys like Pred that we haven't necessarily seen until now. So I think that's pretty interesting to just like consider really, and it shouldn't be a massive surprise. I mean, the surprise to me was the fact that Karma wasn't the coach sooner, to be honest, when he was on OpTic over the last couple of years and was kind of on the sidelines rather than helping out the team on a day-to-day basis. But very much interested to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comments below. Just one final thing to mention really, there's currently a sale going on the COD League website. I think they're clearing out a load of stock probably ahead of the new season. So there's some pretty cool stuff on here. If you guys want to have a look and see if there's anything you guys might be interested in, if we go to the homepage real quick, there's yeah, so there's this type of stuff. We saw this image on the other page, and I mean, look at this, London Royal Ravens throwback like black hoodie, 17 quid or whatever. This is obviously like Great British pound sterling, and lots of these, like, they're not great, but they're just kind of cool historically, right? That's my opinion anyway, because the Raven stuff that now no longer exists, obviously Florida no longer exists, hashtag 6th Raven, wow, that was a wild time, wasn't it? So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on here, like hoodies and stuff that you can maybe have a look at. I mean, if I look at the Ravens or even, let's say, New York, right, because New York are disappearing now, there's a couple of things on here that are discounted. Not everything, but if you're a fan of some of these teams and want to have a look, or certainly if you're a fan of like New York or something, and they've got, you know, some old school t-shirts or hoodies for basically half price that are not going to exist for that much longer, then maybe it's worth having to think about. But yeah, very much intrigued to your thoughts on all of this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.
Triple cars.
Oh my god.
Always behind them too. They're pinching us. They're pinching us.
Go.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What's going nuts?
Oh my god.
There's no way that they're fucking choking this. Oh my god.
It's Doug Sensen Martin.
Oh my god, Wug.
Can you get on my time?
Please, they won't off this.
Shit.
Oh
Please,
my
please,
god.
please. Get his front.
Can you get on time?
This
Start
would
flooding.
be
Whoever's
fucking
green, flood.
insane.
They
never
win it
mind.
here.
Perfect.
They win it here.
Oh my god.
Get that trophy.
Trophy down.
Doug, chow off. Help your teammate. Watch gate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He wins it though.
They're good. They still win. They still win.
I'm shitting myself.
Oh my god, has he done it?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What the hell?
Holy shit!
What the hell?
Wug spam. Doug just went crazy at the end.
Come the fuck
We
on.
just witnessed.
Come the fuck on.
What the fuck?
Yo.
They just broke the fuck down.
It's an absolute breakdown.
Bro, what was the score?
Dude,
It was like
it was
200
210 to 37.
Yeah, I got streaked at
What was, yo, what was it? Was that